Dating has never been more competitive, with social media being a gift and a curse for guys who want to date and find women they're compatible with. Men are having a hard time meeting the demands women think they deserve, while women can't seem to find a man they want and need. Patriarchy Poker will teach men how to be more confident, control their emotions, and know when to hold or fold with a woman they match with. It's time to start embracing uncomfortable truths in order to grow into the man that women want to be with and other men want to be like. Go to patriarchypoker.com to get our relationship and dating playing cards or committed relationship playing cards. Because life's a gamble, so play like a man.
So I got a serious question. What is a real man? What do you guys think a real man is? What do you guys think a real man should be doing? Should a real man be paying for everything on a date? Should a real man be coming in a woman just because she's got a fat ass and big tits? What's a real man? Because apparently what a real man is being dictated by women. What a real man is being dictated by women who are not even worthy. The type of woman that you shouldn't even piss on if she was on fire. Okay? You guys are intrigued by the lopsided wigs, the BBLs, the liposuction, the girdles, the fake eyelashes, and the baby hairs. And you allow these types of women to dictate how you should behave and how you should be. What you should do, how much you should be spending on them, how much money you should be making in order to impress a woman who should not even be on your radar. Now, if you have a kid, you should be there for your kid, especially if you're a man. You came to this community, you were lied to. Your masculinity is always in question. You don't know what's masculine. You don't know what's feminine. You decide to apply the things that you find attractive in women towards yourself in the hopes to get a woman's attention. In order to get a woman's attention, you listen to podcasts, and men on podcasts tell you how to behave. You listen to their narratives and their stories, and you try to incorporate it into your life, and you realize it doesn't work for you. If you didn't have the discernment to pick the right bitch, to vet the right bitch, and you decided to come in her, you deserve all the child support that you are being forced to pay. Okay? If you were lied to, you didn't have no daddy, you didn't have no guidance, it caused you to do a lot of simpish things. And you yourself became a simp. You traveled overseas to fuck a bitch that looks like a black china. Only you should pay for the atrocities that you performed. Okay? Now, why do women go to church? Why do women ignore the truth? Because they can't handle the truth. Okay? So their confidence is a fake sense of confidence. Think about liquid courage. Okay? So you have a simp telling her good morning every goddamn morning. You have the media lying to them, telling them that they can be lazy. You're not allowed to body shame them. They can be fat. They can be promiscuous. They can twerk. You have the media, TikTok, social media telling them that you should be paying for everything. And because you guys are so thirsty for pussy, you decide to play get along, go along game. You have to choose between yourself and women nowadays. They ain't tell you that, but I'm telling you that. You got to be a man, and you got to make sure that you put yourself first. Now, the media is going to tell you that you're selfish. The media is going to make you feel bad for putting yourself first. But the best version of yourself is a man who puts himself first, because the best leader is somebody that's going to be in tip-top shape mentally, physically, financially, so that way he can lead a family, lead a woman, lead how, and put people in positions on how they want to be in their life. So now we got Black China claiming that she's broke and has been forced to sell her personal belongings. Let's roll the tape.
Where you said, I need to sell my personal belongings in order to get by. That was a little bit of a shock to me when I read that in your court document.
You know what? I feel like a lot of things hold energy, right? And we had discussed this before, and I just kind of wanted a fresh start. And I don't think nothing's wrong with selling like your old stuff.
No.
Like people have eBay, people sell their old cars, they get their old cars back and all these different things. But for me, I feel like now at this point in my life, I don't really value materialistic things. Yeah, it looks nice, but it's like, why go?
This bitch is capping. Now, she's absolutely right. Things hold value. Things have a lot of energy associated with them. If you break up with the woman, it's important and imperative to delete all the pictures, block the number, delete it from your phone, from your computer, because if it wasn't for you, you outgrew her, you realized she was a toxic bitch. She wasn't good for you. She wasn't willing to follow your program. It's important for you to let her go and never look back. How do you intend to move forward if you keep looking backwards? But in this particular case, Black China is claiming that she's broke, and the reporter said that came to a shock to her. With all the OnlyFans money she was making, all the child support from Rob Kardashian, all of the other things that she was doing, who told you to take out your fake tits? Who told you to get your ass back to normal? So she doesn't believe in material things because she didn't pay for it, bro. When you have to work hard as a man and you get to a position where you can buy a yacht, that's a sense of accomplishment, bro. I'm not going to ask you to be humble, but you know what blood, sweat, and tears you had to put in to get in that boat. All the bitch has to do is look like this bitch. Baby hairs, fake eyelashes, lopsided wig, girdle. Okay? She doesn't believe in it because she didn't have to work for it. Women don't believe in holding on to material things, the Birkin bags, because that Birkin bag went out of style, AV. So every year something comes out, you got to get her a new bag, only for her to liquidate it when she mismanages her money. Let's go.
Go out and grind and hustle for this money to go and spend it on something that could potentially just disappear, walk about your house. You might leave it somewhere. Somebody could rob you, steal from you, and all of that. That's why I kind of like also stepped away from wearing a lot of flashy jewelry and all those good things like Rolexes. You see all these stories on the blogs and the internet, and I feel like I'm a target already. So why even bring more?
You reached the point where you said, the last time we talked about your relationship with your children's fathers. Yes. And it seems like in that time period, now you and Michael Tyga are having a difficult time. What is the relationship like today?
The relationship is no relationship there. On my side, it's always been respect. I don't disrespect people because I don't want to be disrespected, and that's just my personality.
This bitch is capping. Now, we all have a past, and we've all made mistakes, and I'm pretty sure we've all done things that were not anything you'd want to write home about, some things that maybe you were embarrassed about, maybe some expensive lessons. And this is a woman who's always disrespected herself. This is a woman who has built her career off of disrespecting herself. And again, now that she recently got her weave wet in an ocean and got baptized, she's trying to say that she has nothing but respect, that she treats her baby's father with respect. Now, I'm not there. Obviously, there's always two sides to every story, but this is very important for you guys to interpret and take the media for what it is. The media is a big fucking joke. There's nothing in the media that you should be following and holding as a standard on how to live your life, because all these people are doing things for the camera. They don't live the lifestyle that you live. So we have to take that a step further. And when we listen to content on YouTube, we have to make sure that we understand that people on YouTube are human too. And if they don't accept you, they don't agree with the way that you're living, and you find some moments of happiness and some results in the way that you're living, you have to live that way. Fuck them.
And how I was raised. But also, too, I want you to take into consideration, if you're fighting Kardashians in a case, right, for 5-6 years, the 7th year being settled, that's just one case. Then I had the revenge porn case. Then Robert tried to come and get full custody of Dream Kardashian from me. And I'm just me.
Revenge porn case. So now you're going to make the father, Robert Kardashian, out to be the bad guy because he wanted sole custody because you were doing porn. This is what I'm talking about. The media is always going to be in favor of the woman, whether she's good or bad. This is why we have to take our times. We have to use discernment. We have to pay attention to the people who want you to grow. You have to pay attention to the things that you're doing to grow. And you cannot allow shit like this, women like this, to infiltrate and fuck up your grind and your purpose, bro. Because if you do that, you're going to be out of gas.
By myself. I'm a one-man band, like still standing on 10 toes to this day. And I was battling all these court cases by myself. And I'm going to continue to fight for what's mine and what's right.
At the end of the day, women like Black China, modern women, the women who don't have jobs, the women who have multiple baby daddies, are looking to these type of women to give them a blueprint on how you should behave, on how they should behave. I want you guys to have the discernment to understand and listen to your gut. Develop your own standard, create your own legacy. It's not going to be easy, but at the end of the day, you have to have some type of honor and you have to minimize the amount of bad decisions that you make. Dealing with a woman like this is a bad decision. And if you got a kid, make sure you're there for your kid and protect your kid, because if you woke up and you're trying to unplug to the matrix, you cannot allow a woman to interfere with you trying to prevent your kid from being plugged into the matrix. Okay?
According to the Survey Center on American Life, 79% of married men are very satisfied with their relationship. But expectations have been stressful for men bearing the burden of performance to a woman's nature. Men have to protect and provide only to be replaced by a bigger, better deal. Patriarchy Poker will teach men how to be more confident, control their emotions, and know when to hold or fold with a woman they're in a committed relationship with. It's time to accept the beautiful lies and ugly truths, to become the man a woman can respect and other men want to be like. Go to patriarchypoker.com to get our committed relationship playing cards or relationship and dating playing cards. Because life's a gamble, so play like a man.